here today, basically representation of my foundation, the Lennox Stewart Foundation, in collaboration with the Josh Plus Foundation, which is based in the US. We're here at St. George's College to basically support the younger footballers on their journey to success. It's something that I always wanted to be a part of. It's something that my father always did. And since his passing in 2021, we just continuing his legacy of supporting youths in sport, academics, and culture.
Because of the opportunity, everyone is able to get proper equipment, proper gear towards playing football.
When it comes to your education, that's the most important thing.
Teamwork is important, but teamwork must always be positive.
We try to embark on a journey where we could challenge ourselves, to be champions. And it starts with this moment.
But I need to take this as a privilege to move forward. Everybody inside here have potential to do great, but it's up to you.
Thank you for being part of the team and the 14 and the 16 and the 20. Parents, thank you for your continued support. We have that good line on the stands when we meet. A lot more parents. Coach, I interacted with you. I saw what you're saying with that passion and that love. Thank you very much for the children. Ms. Cross, thank you so much feeding the boys. And then for the sponsors, thank you very much. I met you last year. Thank you very much. And of course, Mr. Harry, as a senior teacher, 30 years teaching, I want to say thank you, sir. Thank you for what you have been doing and what you continue to do.
He is passing it forward. College Boy Jesse joins us this morning, not as the artist or former monarch, or even as a former national player. This morning, he joins us as part of the charitable organization, making sure that the students at St. George's could pass it forward too. Morning.
Good morning.
Thanks, on behalf of those students and every other student that you're going to impact with this initiative. Also, thanks to the lady who makes sure, and thanks to the people who's liming in the stands, because I would be liming in the stands for most of the games. And sometimes you're doing that and you don't realize the impact that you could have on people on the field, on the future players, on the school as a whole. So Jesse, talk me through what spurred this initiative, this donation and this support.
So I represent the Lennox Stewart Foundation. That is my foundation that we created after Daddy's passing in 2021. So basically it's something that he did throughout his entire life. He always gave back to the community, he gave back to athletes, he gave back to my teammates when I was in secondary school. And then after his passing, we had this virtual week, during the pandemic, this virtual week, and this is where everybody started to, give their testimonies of how he impacted their lives. And we as a family didn't even know that, how much he really was doing. So after his passing, we decided to create, a foundation, honoring his name and his legacy, and since then we started doing events, 5K events to raise funds and other initiatives so that we could, get equipment and stuff for the future, giving back to those who in academics, in sports, and also, culture.
Of course. Yeah. Now, it's important to make the distinction that you didn't actually go to St. George's.
No.
Because I'm here trying to remember, and I'm like, press man.
Yeah.
But as you said, your dad would have helped when he was around in terms of presentation days.
Yes.
And so how did we decide on St. George's or any other of the institutions that you're donating to?
So St. George's came close to me. My manager is a teacher there. So, he shared with me the stuff that they're doing, and I saw the need for us to be involved. So that is how I got involved with St. George's. Also, there were academies in Central, Evolution Academy, Football Academy that we supported for the past couple of years. We also even stretched it out to Tobago.
Nice.
Tobago Sports Select is a group that we supported for the past 2 years also, just by getting equipment. And I must commend also the Josh Plus Foundation, who have partnered with us in the past 2 to 3 years in doing these initiatives. This foundation is based in the US. So yeah, that's basically it.
Collaboration is the name of the game.
Yeah.
And of course, a lot of people at home, as much as we have in this conversation casually, went, wait now, he used to play football for the national team. A lot of people may not have known that. So as much as sports is obviously close to you, you mentioned other initiatives that you're going to be supporting because you have selected other schools or institutions as well, right? Tell me how you decided on those as well.
Pressure Gunners also is very close to me, of course. That is my alma mater. So I think that, schools that are connected to me, schools within my community of Central Trinidad is also connected to me, and academies and sporting groups. I have a roommate from university who is carrying on a basketball academy. So at the moment, it could be biased, but I'm supporting I'm supporting, people within my circle who have been also giving back. So that is basically how the selection runs right now. But anybody else who willing and have academies that are in need, even schools that are in need, feel free to reach out. 688-3200. Check out my social media, and it's simple like that. Yeah.
I mean, charity begins at home. Nobody's going to knock you for starting where you started within your own circles. But when you talk about these donations, in terms of making sure that it's used well or monitoring how it's used, is there any sort of check-ins or fallback that you do to make sure that things are being used properly?
Of course. I try to be as involved. Actually seeing the process. Like with St. George's, I'll go to the training sessions, I go to some of the matches. I try to be involved also with my school. I be involved in everything that they do, the 5K events. I follow the football team at there for carnival, actually seeing, what they do to give back to the school with, when we support. So, yeah.
No pressure. Jesse just in the stands, watching you, make sure he uses resources well. And in that case, you've mentioned some institutions that you collaborated with, but granted that you've already decided on what might be happening in the next couple of years, next donation even, are there any that you could let us know we could look forward to in the future?
I'd actually like for us to host the 5K again. The Lennox Youth Foundation 5K is something that we did at the start. But then it was a Father's Day thing. And then, of course, things started to get very busy. So we're hoping that, we could continue to do that initiative again. So for those who looking on and they want to be a part of it, feel free to reach out again. We're looking for numbers for people to come out and help and support us so that we could play our part and give them back. Yeah.
Now, that 5K might not happen immediately, but other initiatives, other benefits will come from there.
Yeah.
What do you hope ultimately people take away from the institution itself? The type of support that you lend, the impact that you make. What is the Lennox Foundation known for?
The takeaway is results, The takeaway is results because throughout the years I've seen, what Daddy did to give back, and we've seen the results of his investment. Just for instance, my teammates, I had a teammate who received a football scholarship in the US, and he came from an underprivileged home, couldn't afford equipment. Daddy did, supported him, and also another teammate who represented Trinidad in the Under-20 World Cup, from that support. So it's results. So I hope that, with that, the people who benefit from it, the youths that benefit from it, actually strive to be the best and strive to be, the stars of tomorrow, to say. So, yeah, results.
I like that. Speaking of results, though, we can't come here and talk in football and not talk about the football. How was your heart?
No.
He said no.
No, it's real serious because I went to the game also on Friday.
Right.
And, a bit disappointed, of course. I felt like we should have left with, 3 points. And also, I looked at the game last night. I was in a dinner last night.
Not you on the phone.
Ken Sambury. I was at Ken's birthday event, dinner. And I was looking at the game. And,
nothing like
it's
very, nothing.
no, very emotional. I think qualifying for this World Cup means the world to me. I think it's very important. It's the closest World Cup. It's right in CONCACAF here, and it's our best chance. We literally just have to top this group. We're not off to the best start, but I'm moving with confidence. I'm moving with faith. The team is still going to have all of my support, and I hope that Trinidad and Tobago continue to back the team because, yes, this World Cup is very important for us to get there. It benefits not just the players, the coaching staff. It benefits the nation. And I feel like, we still have a strong chance. We have a couple more games.
Right.
We could create some upsets in the upcoming games. Last night was just very unfortunate. But we see in some effort, we see in little improvement, but we just, at this point in time, need to get it right.
I appreciate from somebody who was on the field that kind of feedback because, real people will sit down in our stands with knock knees and give all kind of information as to what they should have done and could have done. But the fact that you are seeing the progress, the fact that you are seeing the changes positively impacting the team, I like that we still have hope. So here, Jesse, we still have hope.
Yeah, we back the team, man. 10,000%.
I love that. You're not good at math, are you? But anyway, in terms of backing, though, we're going to continue to back you, of course.
Thank
and
you.
one of the the ways that you continue to give back, not just in terms of monetary or these institutions, would be actually gracing the stage or the tracks when we have these sorts of sporting events.
Yes.
I think you're going to do a little something when we go tell. I'm speaking it into being. We're making it into the World Cup.
Yes, yes.
You there?
Yes.
You buy tickets, you booked already, let we go.
We already have a song that represents what we about right now, the national team. We up now.
Nice.
So
nice.
we up now.
Nice.
We up now. We up now. So qualifying for the World Cup means that too. I definitely want to be there, back in the team. Of course, with my colleagues in music, I think a whole cultural exchange and us being there in that type of way is important too. Yeah.
Get your kit. I wore that strike squad jersey still, but
Yeah,
we
boy.
definitely
Yeah,
had
yeah,
right.
Yeah, really.
Mind blowing. So at least we have more to look forward to.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to the results of those initiatives that you're championing right now, and for now, the other ones that you continue to champion, both soca at home and soca everywhere else.
Yeah.
We always appreciate that you come through and let us know what you're doing. Remind people of how they can connect with you though, because every drop in the bucket counts. People who want to donate time, resources, how can we connect again?
At College Boy Jesse, COLLEGEBOYJESSE, all social media platforms. Also, the Lennox Stewart Foundation is also on Facebook and Instagram, so you could connect there. And also, check out my website, www.collegeboymusic.com. Everything College Boy Jesse is there, so yeah.
He never leave the college boy. He passing it forward earlier. College Boy Jesse making sure that everybody's dreams in the football will and beyond could come through as we rep the 868 one way or the other. Thanks so much for coming through. Guys, we got more after these messages, so stick around. We'll be back.